Guys, welcome back to my channel, and this is chapter 92 of my first two loves. Pleased to inform you. Let's get started. The end of the school year brings all types of stress. It's like the second it warms up outside, everything starts to pounce all at once. Finals, summer jobs, life. And as a senior, I was supposed to add college admissions, seniorities, and a general fear of the unknown of that list. Luckily for me, there was one last break to look forward to before the home stretch of the year. Spring break, and Mac, Ava, and I had been living it up. Just a cold. The whole week was nothing but daily drives to the beach. Come on, ladies, last one in has a sandy ass. Girls' day downtown. Think I could convince dad this mini skirt counts us back to the school shopping? Not on your life. Anything we could do to celebrate that the old guard was out and a new day was about to dawn at East Bridge High. After the hearing, Jennings was arrested and Mrs. Larson was named the new acting principal. And after a lecture of confiding in trusted adults, she lifted our punishments, though we did have to help Mac clean for the R role in the master plan. So, on the last day of the break, things were finally looking up, and I could focus on what was really important. You can't wear that to prom. Why not? It's classy, tasteful, refined, all of which are synonyms of for boring as hell. She leaned across the breakfast table and scrolled down the page we were looking at on my laptop. You need something that people are still gonna be talking about at your 10-year reunion. While she served the page, Dad came in from outside. His face was tired from the night at work, but his eyes shone brighter than I had seen in a while. Mail call, and something tells me you are gonna wanna open this one first, Daddy. He handed me a letter, and my heart raced as I read the return address. It's from New York Art Institute. Well, it's gonna open itself. I slid a finger under the flap while my stomach did unsettling backflips. Suddenly, I wasn't so sure I could do it. Who should open the envelope? Mac? Me. Dad. He deserves it. I shoved the letter into my dad's hands. Dad, can you do it, please? With a breath, Dad carefully ripped across the envelope before pulling out the letter inside. Dear Miss Price, we are pleased to inform you that we have accepted your application for the upcoming academic year. You have been accepted to art school. I got in. That's fantastic, Adi. We should set aside a day to get you some things. And don't forget about the deadlines. New York City, here I come. The underground art scene is crazy cool, and I finally have a reason to. As each of one droned on, talking over and around the other, it set in. In a few months, I had been leaving the house I had grown up in and going away to college. Things would never be the same. All of all of it had me feeling excited for the next steps, overwhelmed by the possibilities. I can't believe this. I'm gonna be a backward. And just think, the General, the Met, they'll all be at my disposal. I may never even make it to the dorms. Not to mention, it's a city that never sleeps. There will be parties and celebrities and classes that you'll need to attend. They won't just hand you a degree. You'll have to work for it. Trust me, I am more than ready to do what it takes. My fairy tale comes true starts on move-in day. Kicking us to the curb already, huh? You should at least give Ava, Noah, and Mason a proper goodbye. What are they gonna be up to? Mason's been MIA since the whole thing with Mr. Jennings, but last I had heard, Noah was waitlisting at ESU and Ava applied early decision, so she's known for a while. As I said it, I couldn't help but think of how unsure she had been about college. Maybe checking it wasn't such a bad idea. If you're gonna get a little one-on-one time in, now's your chance. Final prep starts the second we are back. I took my phone out of my back pocket and shot off 3 texts. Almost immediately, a message from No came back. Haven't seen you all break. Why don't we fix that? At work now, but wanna drop by for lunch. My treat. My stomach churned as I waited announcing my news with the thought of seeing him, until finally my excitement won out. Alright now, here I come. I'm excited to meet him. When I walked into the garage, Noah's back was turned and his head was under the hood of an old car. Be right with you. Take your time, I'm just enjoying the view. At the sound of my voice, he turned around with a while and whipped his grease stained hands on a rag. Glad you like what you see. I had liked to see that car gone within the hour. My face warmed at the sound of the another voice, and I turned to see the gruff man coming off a back office. I'd also like to pretend I never heard any of that. That can be arranged. Addy, this is my boss. Buddy, Buddy, this is Addy. Buddy looked at me and fought back a smirk. Ah, the famous Addy. I should have known. I'm heading out for lunch now. You're in charge until I get back. Don't burn the place to the ground. As he shuffled out the garage door, closing it behind him, I looked over to see No awkwardly rubbing the back of his neck. Sorry about that. Buddy can be a little. Don't swear it. Besides, he left you in charge, so that's gotta mean something, right? Well, he practically offered to leave the place if I skipped out on college, so I'm not too surprised. I have got to say, his offer's tempting. Wow, that's huge. Have you decided? I wanted to wait until I heard back from Eastbridge UI. Figured if they are willing to take a chance on me, the least I can do is take the leap. Nor reached for the tool shelf and grabbed an oil stained paper on official letterhead. And it turns out they were. I am off the wait list. Congratulations, guess that means you'll be splitting time between classes and the football field. ESU is a huge football school. You're gonna be a rock star. First, I have got to make the team. Being on a walk on is much a harder route, but it's my only real avenue to be possibly getting some scholarship money. Turns out, financial aid can only cover so much. So I have been here all week trying to make some extra cash, but I could use a break. Well, I texted because I had big news, but it sounds like this little meetup came right on time. No's eyes burned brightly as they ragged over my frame, and all at once my skin warmed. Let's just say you're a sight for sore eyes, cheer squad. My gaze traveled down the length of his body and back again, and as our eyes met, I could tell we were thinking the same thing. You know, with Buddy out the lunch, we have got the place to ourselves. Work an appetite, grab some food and catch up. As much as I wanted him, the letter in my pocket held me in place. Before this went any further, I had to tell him I was leaving. I just didn't know how. You can get all the rest you need over lunch. Besides, I am starving and I can't be held responsible for my actions when I am hungry. Let's get you some food then. Come on. Now led me into a break room where a pizza waited us. We each grabbed a slice, and as I bit into the delicious crust, he spoke up. So, what's the big news of yours? I froze, leaving the bite smoldering on my tongue until the molten cheese burned my mouth. Quickly, I sucked in the air to soothe it. Right, my news. Or was that just an excuse to come see me? His eyes sparkled as he smirked, and for a moment I imagined that look disappearing the second he realized just how far apart we had been next year. I have to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Okay. He's a little confused now. I launched myself into the bathroom, ran some water in the sink, and splashed it over my face. Calm yourself, Addy. So what he might say that he's disappointed you are leaving and just wants to be friends. Then that's 10 times better than him saying you have put him through too much to ever consider dating you long distance, which is also a possibility. I sighed and fumbled in my pocket for the letter. For a single piece of paper, this thing is causing a lot of trouble. But the more I fumbled, the less I felt until finally I turned the pocket inside out. Empty. No. Shit. I retraced my steps back to the break room, checking my path for the missing letter before finally stumbling through the door and finding the letter in No's hands, his eyes darting across the page. Shoot. No. He looked up at me in confusion, and for a lone moment my heart skipped a beat. Addy, what is this? So he knows about me and my little secret. But this is all for chapter 92, and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you for being with me till the end. I love you guys. Bye bye. See you soon.